Welcome to another episode of 5 Games, 5 Minutes from www.acornelectron.co.uk. Bullseye is a game for 2 players only, and emulates the format of the 80s TV show. Round 1 gives you a fairly simplified dartboard and invites you to choose a category. After you do, you must attempt to hit the area of the board signified by that category with your next dart. If you do, you get some points and a question from that category. Otherwise, you get a question from the category you hit. Round 2 is a standard 3 dart game, with the highest scoring player able to answer another question to gain that number of points. Round 3 is a bonus game and adds points to your score if you hit the red areas of yet another style of dartboard. Finally, you get asked if you want to gamble your points, double or halve, by throwing 101 or more with 4 darts. Although it runs sort of as you would expect, Bullseye feels very unadventurous and unengaging. Not recommended. Jan Vibes Demos is a BBC and Electron disc featuring 26 graphical demos, each only a few kilobytes of code. Originally released by BBC PD, the author was a big fan of recursion, the art of a procedure or function calling itself a finite number of times until it's achieved its purpose. He uses it here to demonstrate everything from castles to Christmas trees. The recursion demos are a big part of this disc, but you also get some Vortex-style displays which flip the computer's palette to give the impression of a 3D journey through space. The absence of any foreground spaceships means Jan Vibes can use all 16 colours, and his demos, despite taking a while to build up, are worth the wait. The headache demo is particularly good. There's one Mode 0 demo showing a ball in points, 2 Mode 7 BBC only demos showing some blocks and a maze, and a few other random goodies thrown in for good measure. These demos were released in the Netherlands and were quite difficult to find back in the 80s. That said, they are a bit of a curiosity item rather than something that will have you coming back for more. The loading screen masks that Bug Blaster is a game in the instantly recognisable style of Caterpillar. Your nemesis snakes down from the top of the screen and you attempt to blast it, frequently splitting it into smaller and smaller pieces as you do. At the same time, you have to deal with bouncing spiders and mushroom-laying dragonflies and scorpions. This means that there's a natural progression of difficulty, as these baddies invariably clutter the playing area with more and more mushrooms. In turn, this clutter occasionally results in the centipede almost stampeding directly downwards towards you. The Electron has loads of Caterpillar clones, but I do think that Bug Blaster is the very best. It's smooth, it's high resolution, it's responsive, and it's very addictive. Well worth playing. Spellbinder is a very unique monochrome graphic adventure. It's set in the Castle of the Rain, where you're a trainee spellbinder searching for, quote, the evil Zorn, unquote, presumably the hooded figure on the opening screen. One of the very few superior Acornsoft Electron disc games, Spellbinder is a big, splendid, sprawling maze game, and one where you'll definitely need the instructions to hand if you want to make progress. Your first task is to find a mortar and pestle so that you can start to mix the ingredients to make spells. After that, you can refer to the spell recipes in the instructions to create the heal, freeze or air shield spells. These will help protect you from the creatures that roam the castle, although they won't kill them. Examining treasure chests and items will give you clues on how to progress. However, in addition to regular movement, there's also a whole icon system to get to grips with. You'll need to discover more and more ingredients to mix more potent spells. The game requires amazing concentration, and is one of the most sophisticated adventures for the Electron that exist. Pengy is one of only 3 games produced by Vision Software. It's one of those maze games where the idea is to hurl the rocks that make up the walls at the roaming nasties. For Pengy, the action has been mapped to an ice-cold freezer. You're a penguin, and the nasties are snow bees. The game's nicely put together. Hurling the blocks around is just as you would expect, and you get a massive bonus for lining up the 3 diamond blocks from which the snow bees emerge. However, there's also a feature called the fence kick included, which I've never been able to pull off. The fence kick instructions say you can lure the snow bees onto the fence and then kick it to electrocute them, which, if it worked, is a completely unique feature of Pengy. Other than that, This is top-notch entertainment and... Oh no, go away. What do you want? Ugh.